guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a very exciting video I've never done on my channel before, but that is spicy romance recommendations. These are romances that deliver on the spice, and I love them, and I think they're perfect for summer. So it is really warm in Ohio right now, and it feels like summertime. I'm on summer break, and I feel like these books are just like the perfect ones to read during summer. I have already done this video where I include more like small town and like cutesy romances for the summertime, but these bring the spice. These are all ones where I loved the dynamic between the hero and heroine, and I loved the spicy times in here, so check these books out if that's what you're looking for, and I will go ahead and get to the recommendations. The first one you absolutely have to read is the Nashville Neighborhood series by Nikki Sloan. I have read 3 of the 4 and I'm obsessed with them. So the one that's my favorite is actually The Pool Boy, where it is reverse age gap, where the heroine is older and it's her best friend's son, and she's just got a divorce and she is sunbathing by the pool and he walks up and sees her and they start a sexual relationship together, and he actually is such a really interesting character because he wants her. He's like, I don't care what people think about us, I don't care about our age gap, like I really want you. But also he has desires to be a singer, so I really loved that there's actually depth to this one too on top of the spice, so I had a lot of fun reading this one. And then I did read The Doctor, and that was good. It is boyfriend's dad, or like ex-boyfriend's dad. I have not yet read The Architect, but this book is all about them making adult film together, and they hate each other. So they know each other from college, something happens where they just like absolutely cannot stand each other, and they're both without housing for the semester. So they see this ad for this company where they make adult film, and it includes room and board. So both of them apply and they have to audition together. When they realized like 5 minutes before the audition that the other one was there, and they were so adamant that they did not want to back down because they hate each other so much, they like push each other to be like, well, I can't say no because like then he's gonna win. And I love that hate to love factor in here. And obviously it's super spicy because they're working together in adult film, but then things kind of cross between like, are we doing this for business or are we actually starting to enjoy ourselves? And I loved it so much. It is so fun, so good. Highly recommend checking it out. Definitely perfect for the summertime. Another author that always delivers on the spice is Nikki Castle. I love Nikki Castle, especially because they are athlete romances. These all revolve around MMA. Not necessarily like professionals, but in the first one, he is an MMA fighter and she also fights MMA. They both have other jobs, but this one I really love. They hate each other. They have to live together for a little bit, and their dynamic is so fun and off the charts heat levels. But then book 3 is definitely the spiciest with the least amount of like, not plot, but like emotional plot, because this one, it's just, there's a lot in here, and it is her best friend's other best friend, and then her best friend in here actually follows for her sister in the second book, and she is just getting out of an abusive relationship, so this one has a lot more emotion to it. But this one, they just basically hook up all the time, and she does not want to get involved with anyone because she has seen relationships in her life crash and burn, but he starts falling, so this one's more just like a spicy fun time. But if you like athletes with your spice, check out Nikki Castle. There are a lot of authors I talk about all the time. I cannot do a video about spice without talking about QB Tyler, her books, and she even said her new one is even spicier. She just adds more and more spice to her books, and I'm obsessed with them. They're all taboo as well, and I feel like she does a really good job of making the spice part of the plot. And so this one, it's with her stepdad after her mom passes away, and they kind of find comfort in each other and their closeness and their physical relationship, and then start falling for each other more, and I just really like this one. And then this one is a second chance parents best friend romance, and they obviously have a really strong physical attraction to one another because they were together in the past, and now she is engaged to someone else and he is back in town. Like, you belong to me, like you are not getting married to someone else. And definite spicy scenes in here, and they're a lot of fun, and I think they just like bring the plot together so well because there's just this obvious attraction between them they cannot ignore and should not give up just to do what they think they have to do or should do, and ignore what they want to do even if it's taboo. So these are really good. These are my 2 favorites that are super spicy. Forget Me Not has spice in it, but it's not like super spicy like these are, so that's why I'm not recommending it in this video. But these 2, you have to check out. I can't talk about a video like this without talking about Sarah Kate. I've only read these two, but I absolutely love these two. These revolve around the Salacious Players Club, which is a like kink club where people go to explore different kinks that they have. This one, the heroine approaches her ex's dad about getting money back for a deposit for an apartment. He thinks that it's his new assistant, and so he tells her to kneel on the ground. She does. They quickly realize what's happening, get embarrassed, and then he offers her a job as his actual assistant, and so it goes from there. And he is so respectful of the things she wants to try, and I love the communication in that. And like I said with the other ones, these ones, like the plot is the spice because they are exploring a lot of things about the kinks that they like and the club that they are running. And in this one, it's a couple with their best friend, and they're going around the country looking at other clubs to see what they can incorporate into their club, and they end up all falling in love with each other. And I love the dynamic of this one too, and you should read these. I have to read the other ones in the series. I have not yet. Highest Bidder is the one I'm most excited for. That is the newest one, and it looks really good. Then I have Business Casual by Danielle Allen. You guys know this is one of my favorites by her. This one is a workplace romance where they meet when she is interviewing for the company in the lobby, and then she goes up to her interview and realizes the guy that she hit it off with in the lobby is her potential new boss, and he's like, "You're not officially hired until tomorrow. Let's explore this tonight." So they have a one-night stand. Obviously that's not enough, so they continue seeing each other sneaking around the office, might have some office shenanigans as well, and it is a fun time. I really enjoyed it. A lot of these spicy romances are just a fun time too, which I really love. Some are more emotional, but some are just like, they want to hook up and it's forbidden, so they continue to do it anyways, and I really love that. Speaking of office romances, I have Black Ties and White Lies. This one is a interesting romance because it is her ex's brother, and he basically approaches her with a marriage of convenience and like buys out her company so that she just comes and works for him. And there are office scenes in here, and there's a scene in an office where her ex is in the room, and it's a fun time. I really enjoyed this one. Cass Singleton really knows how to write the spice. This one I think is her most spiciest that I've read so far, but more so because it's just more on the fun side, and it's just a billionaire marriage of convenience office romance, and it's a lot of fun. And so she delivers on the spice in this one as well. Rewriter Story definitely has spice, but this one, like I said, is much more fun and definitely have to read for the summer. One that is absolutely delivers on the emotion, and definitely be aware of the content of these before going into it, is going to be the Priest series by Sierra Simone. I'm not including Priest in this one because that's not my favorite. That one I think I gave 3.5 stars, but these two are absolute 5-star reads, and I think Saint might be one of my favorite books. I'm obsessed with these. The first one is a romance with a priest, and they do things in very scandalous places. Yes, there's shock value there, but a lot of the series revolves around the fact that the Bell brothers lost their sister to suicide because of the church, and all of them are emotionally traumatized by that, and they are all overcoming that in their own ways. So the first one was him becoming a priest. Saint, he becomes a monk. Sinner, he's just like a businessman and falls for a nun. And so they all obviously are very forbidden and taboo, and I think that adds to the spice level because obviously they're doing things together, but it's totally taboo and forbidden, and sometimes they do it in places they shouldn't be doing it in, but these really hit hard emotionally because they all are so traumatized or feel guilty over what happened. And Saint especially, he is dealing a lot with thoughts of suicide and depression, and please just know that going into this one. That's why it hit me so hard, is because of that emotional depth to his character. I was obsessed with that, but these are amazing. Love these two, especially for the emotion that they have behind them. That adds just another layer to the spice that they have together. So one of my favorite series, excluding book one. And the last one I have is the, oh my gosh, what is this series called? It is this series by Candy Steiner. It is the football series by her. So I'm missing the last book. I think I have it somewhere. I have like a million stacks of books in my library right now. I'm for sure going to be cleaning it out. But these are a lot of fun because they are football romances, and I love her football romances. These all are very different. So her books pretty much blew up because of Blindside. The heroine actually reads spicy books, and so they incorporate that into the plot, and I think that Candy Steiner is genius in doing that because obviously it's going to be something that her readers love because, hello, we're all romance readers, and it's a book about a romance reader and a football player like wanting to reenact scenes with her. So this one was a lot of fun, and I do really love the first one though because it is a, like, not friends to lovers, but like it's her brother's old best friend who now is still best friends, but he's responsible for something that really hurt her brother in the past, so she hates him, but then they have to be roommates, and she plays football and he's played football. I love this one. I have not yet read Quarterback Sneak, but I have read Hail Mary, and I love, love, love that book. It is kind of second chance, and they met in high school where they met online and really liked each other, but she was really an outcast in school and he was like hotshot football player and really hurt her feelings, and she never told him what happened though, and now it is in the future where she has to move into his house because hers floods and she lives right across the street from them and is friends with some people, so he is so obsessed with her, and I loved book 4. I think book 4 is my favorite in the series. I would highly recommend checking book 4 out, but this series is so fun in general, and it's a really fun college sports romance that's definitely spicy. If you can't tell, I love my athletes and my sports romances, so if you like sports romances, pick up this series. And those are my recommendations for spicy romances you should be picking up this summer. Let me know if you've read these and any other recommendations you have. I would absolutely love to hear, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.